Hi guys, and happy Friday. Hope you're having a beautiful Friday. We had a weird couple of days because we had a wake yesterday and a funeral today. But the person who passed away was a very close family friend, and she was also my mother's best friend. So it was tough, it was tough, but she was 90 years old. So she had a good long life. And I wanted to read you the prayer card, the card from the funeral, because it's such a beautiful saying, and I just really love it. In loving memory, 1931 to 2022. God saw that she was getting tired and a cure was not to be. So he put his arms around her and whispered, "Come with me." With tearful eyes we watched her sleep and saw her fade away. Although we loved her dearly, we could not make her stay. A golden heart stopped beating. Loving hands were laid to rest. God broke our hearts to prove to us he only takes the best. I thought that was so amazing. So, anyway, my mother's best friend, she met her walking baby carriage with me in it, and Shirley, her best friend, was walking a baby in a carriage also, and they crossed on the street and asked about each other's babies and became friends. They were friends from that moment on. That was it. And that baby and me grew up together, and we hung out all through high school, like from kindergarten through high school, just really awesome. And I knew her, Shirley's other kids, of course. Her older daughter babysat me. So it was a whole family thing. We knew every one of them. My parents went on vacations with them, with Shirley and her husband, and we used to take Sunday drives with Shirley and her husband. We used to take them to great restaurants we knew far away, and just really good people that I've known all my life. And I'm glad Shirley made it to 90. That's a good long life. So yesterday at the wake, I got to see all her kids that I haven't seen in at least 8 to 10 years, I'm gonna say. And it was really, really, really great. And then today, I went to Craig's in the morning yesterday, but I had the wake in the afternoon, so I was only there for a while. We had a very good time. Wednesday, we had all day with Craig. Very fun time. Me, Rock and Bob, Peter, Craig, all of us were there. And we had our usual very fun Wednesday. I got a little bit of footage.
George said, "Well, what about this?" Boom, 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 boom. Mm-hmm. And he goes, and today, he says, in concert, matter of fact, he did that in concert. Mm-hmm. And he said, without that, it's not, and I love it.
So,
but he never got any writing credit on it.
No.
But Craig, so why did George and Paul never write together? Did you come?
What? George and Paul never wrote together?
Because he was writing with John.
Why? I don't know. Because he was writing with John. Yeah,
right.
Maybe they had.
There, Paul and John.
I know, but
partnership. It was Lennon McCartney. That's what.
Right, of course. But I guess George
at
and
one point, McCartney and Lennon on Tolly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
or George and Paul couldn't get it together. They didn't like each other or whatever.
No, there was
or their writing styles were very different.
Paul and George came from the same school, not John. So
Well,
Paul was the one that brought John into the band.
Right.
Paul was that brought George into the band.
Right, exactly that. I knew you meant that.
Yeah. So I don't know and why that will happen.
Although Ringo wrote a song credited with John and Paul. That's what goes on. what goes on.
Probably just for his vocal.
Right, he
talent.
even says, he goes, I don't know.
I didn't know anything for this song. You know, I just sang it. But that's how Elvis got so much writing credit. I mean, Elvis got writing credit on "Love Me Tender." Come on, really? Because
What?
he sang it.
Oh, yeah,
There you
right,
go.
because he sang it, right.
Yeah, if you look at the records,
Right,
they all
right.
say Elvis Presley.
They all say Elvis Presley. And that Colonel Tom Parker, he said, you gotta give him credit. Well, he'll sing your song, but you gotta give him writing credit. Which, in some cases, that actually meant something because he took a song and turned it into an Elvis song. It's sort of like
All shook up.
Right, no one else could sing it the same.
nobody else
right.
could have done it.
Could
like
do
that.
it the same, right,
It's
right,
the same
right.
thing with Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye could take a song and turn it into a Marvin Gaye song. So I think Marvin Gaye, if he was around in the 50s, he would have gotten writing credit for these songs just because he
Right.
turned them into
Right,
Marvin
right,
Gaye
right,
songs.
right.
You know, I mean, grapevine. Just it's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, just
Phenomenal.
like the Muppets.
Phenomena. Phenomena.
Yeah. So no,
Somebody's.
I really don't know why
There's
he
George.
never got credit. There he is.
Yeah.
No writing credit. Nope.
Really?
No, that's
He's
John.
singing.
No, that's a Lennon McCartney song.
Wow.
I would feel ripped off if I was Harrison, though. Although, you know, they did start putting 2 songs of his on every album.
Yeah.
So he did get something.
Yeah, basically my least favorite songs of all the Beatles songs.
Oh, really now?
Which one?
Any of the Harrison songs. That could be very
Considering
unpopular.
You're a Yoko fan, you
Yeah. I'm glad she could laugh about
Wait a
it.
second, you've heard "Open Your Box"?
I'm not big on George. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's Yoko.
Oh, Yoko. Oh, I
Open
love.
Your Box
I
by
love Yoko.
Basically, she sounds like Cousin It.
Yeah, well, I told you why. I told you why I like Yoko over and over and over.
I did like a song by her. Okay.
She is an artist, and she's expressing herself as an artist.
Right in the
Right.
middle of John and Chuck Berry singing.
Yeah, that didn't.
That doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Well, that was live. That's something else. But when she's in the
No,
studio,
I'm sorry though.
when
She
she's
jumped
in the
on mic
studio,
and
I
started
know. And they,
yelling.
well, I heard that they cut the mic. They
did.
unplugged it.
They did
Yes, they did.
before she starts to bark. All right, Yoko, if you're watching this, we love you.
Yeah, we love you.
We do love you.
We do.
You know.
She
it's
did
been
make.
enough
She did
years,
make
We're good with you.
Strawberry Fields there in the.
In Central Park.
In
yes,
Central
yes,
Park.
she
She was
did.
responsible for putting.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's correct.
And she was very sweet to the fans after John died.
That's correct.
Right.
Well, why the hell did she make them change the name of Beatlefest to the Fest for Beatle fans?
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on this?
No, like, I heard that in the news, and I said, "Wow, why would you do that?"
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot easier to say Beatlefest than Fest for Beatle fans.
It was probably a control thing.
You think?
Oh, you
Oh
think?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could put Control and Yoko together.
Because if you
Look
look,
up Control in the dictionary. There's a picture of Yoko.
do you remember in the film and the rooftop film that we all saw? All right, she was sitting there on the roof, never smiled, never reacted.
No,
Did you
no,
notice
she
that?
George was between her and her John. John was here, George was here. She was there.
Right.
So
He
she
was blocking
blocked.
her vision.
Blocking her vision, you know, she wants to be next to
Yeah,
him,
she wanted to be under his feet. Yeah.
under his feet.
It was the love story of a century.
That was.
They loved each other
They did.
desperately.
They did.
I know what it was. She was pissed off that she didn't get to do her song on the rooftop.
Maybe,
That could've been
maybe,
it, too.
maybe.
Hello, Glenn.
Then, of course, I went to the wake yesterday after Craig's, and today the funeral. And after that, I took you on a little drive down to the Hawthorne Thrift. And I'm going to show you some of the thrift stores I found this week. I didn't find that much today, but what I found was really fun. And earlier in the week, I found a couple of fun things. And today was the first day that was kind of nice, that I was able to sit on the deck for a little while when I got home, except that the wind is still absolutely insane. Tomorrow, later today into tomorrow, the wind is supposed to die. So maybe I can finally get some yard work done that I have to get done, because we had rain and clouds Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with Craig all day, still freezing cold. Yesterday, freezing cold, crazy wind. Today the sun was very warm and beautiful, but the wind was still insane. It's got to go. So tomorrow's supposed to be a nicer day. So hopefully I can do what I have to do in my yard. Alright, so earlier in the week, I found some fun things. I found this beautiful, these are all in the local thrift. I found this beautiful Heineken Stein. I found this awesome little Buddha. Who'll go somewhere in the atomic universe. You know, I love this stuff. It's a beautiful Buddha. And I found this awesome chip and dip set that I'll be using when Raymond's here. I used it today when I got home just to have a little munchie. I had tortilla chips and salsa right here. What day was that? I think that was Wednesday before I went by Craig's, actually. So today, or was it yesterday? It might have been yesterday before I went by Craig's. I think it was. Now I'm confused. I think that was Wednesday. This was yesterday. I went to... Where'd I go? Oh, no. Yeah, I went to Passaic. And I found this awesome vintage look hamburger sign, which I put on my cook table right here. I loved that. And I bought a unicycle, okay? I bought a unicycle. I looked at it the other day and I said, you know what? I'm going to get that thing because I want to learn how to ride one. I'll probably kill myself, but I've been watching tutorials and they show you how to do it safely, and I'm really, really into it because you know what? Life's short. Do what you want to do. Don't regret not trying anything, right? That is my motto. So here's the unicycle. It's like brand new. Somebody probably bought it, tried it, couldn't do it, whatever. I read an article about an 84-year-old that has been unicycling for about 10 years. 10 years. That means 74 to 84. I was like, all right, if that person can do it, I can certainly do it, right? Right? We'll see. So anyway, then today, this afternoon, I went to Hawthorne, and I took you there. And I went to the local, and I got a couple of little things. In Hawthorne, I got this British pub game. There's tape holding the dice here, and there's a lot of little cat hairs in the felt, but I'll get that off with tape. This is called Shut the Board. I believe it's called Shut the Box. It is a British pub game, and I thought this would be really, really fun for Sundays after dinner. I think this is really neat. All of the dice are there, and it's a very cool thing. I wanted one. I was looking at them new on eBay, and then I found this one in the thrift for $2.99. So I was really happy with that. And my mother is, of course, British, so she'll love that. Then I found this beautiful Farm Fresh sign, and I put it right here. And also there you can see my organization of tools. I think it's so great. Gets them out of sight, but easily accessible. And I'm really happy with that. And the other thing I found was this metal sign that says no hunting and no firearms. Absolutely no firearms allowed in my yard. So, you know, it was a sad day, and but a fun, you know, sad couple of days, but everybody realizes that she lived a good long time, and the crazy thing is that she died from the exact same thing that my mother had a couple of years ago. And that was a little mind-boggling, you know. But they said that Shirley was too old to do any kind of surgery on. So that was it. And 90 years old. She would have been 91 in a month and a half. So she lived a good long life. So anyway, guys, Craig, I've been wrapping stuff for Craig, selling like crazy. The last 2 days we brought overflowing big tub that he brings to the post office, overflowing for 2 days of stuff. And he made a lot of money on one particular psych record. I mean, a lot of money. And hundreds. And he gave me a couple of cool things. Bruce didn't bring my Nick Cave record yet, because he's the one that picked up the Record Store Day stuff. So he's got my Nick Cave record from Record Store Day. Craig gave me a couple of cool things. He gave me something from the World's Fair Vatican Pavilion. The 64 World's Fair, the one that I was at when I was a baby. And I thought it was beautiful. We got a couple of mint medieval lute albums, which I love for relaxation. And just really fun couple of days with Craigie. So Peter is working fervently on his Bing Crosby Jr. juke, which is really fun. And, you know, he can fix almost anything. Modern electronics and the old electronics are so much more basic. It's just getting the parts. So the capacitors were bad, of course. Almost every early phonograph that you buy, the capacitors are the problem. And 'cause I know from experience. So we ordered new capacitors for that, because it was humming when he plugged it in. He put a new power cord. The other thing that almost always goes on the old ones are the ceramic cartridges. I'm pretty sure the Bing Crosby Jr. juke originally had just a steel needle. Mine was, someone had put a more modern cartridge on mine. But I told him if he can keep it original with the steel needle, that's awesome. But, you know, whatever makes it work is great. is great because those are so beautiful. They're so beautiful. So when we got home, me and Vaji sat on the deck and hung out for a little while until the wind got too bad. Because I was talking to my cousin in Florida for a couple hours, and because she knew this family also, the funeral, she knew these people also, and I wanted to tell her that, you know, I saw them after so many years and all that. And the wind got so crazy, we kept getting cut off. I mean, it was insane. So I came inside, finished up my conversation with her, and came on here to see you guys. So anyway, that's about it for me. We are having the weirdest weather. One day it's cold, one day it's hot. This is why my arthritis won't go away. If the wind stops, the warm weather comes back like it's supposed to by tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be able to do a lot of yard stuff that I need to do, that I wanted to do all week, but couldn't. So, I'm hoping the wind goes away one day, because it's really getting out of hand now. It really is. So I think that's it for me, guys. I hope you're having a magical, mystical, musical Friday. Comment, subscribe, spread the love. Tink merch below. Radio Tink podcast link below. Follow Radio Tink on Facebook. And until next time, remember, I love you all. Bottom of my heart, out to you. Mwah. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend.